So I think it's Wednesday. So good morning, Wednesday. Let's take a comfortable seat. Oh, sorry, it's my mic on. So take a comfy seat. And today this could be anywhere. So kneeling or cross-legged, whatever's best for you. And I thought we'd take a little midweek sparkle of the core today and finding all the ways to get into this box in our midsection, because I know we're probably having a few little tasters of a few mince pies and things now. So this will be helpful. So remembering your core is not just these ones that we look at, I call them the mirror muscles. It's got the base of your core, the top of your core. All right, so we're going to start with some lovely full diaphragmatic breathing. All right, so really trying to think about, there's a muscle that sort of almost bisects you, cuts you through, called the diaphragm here underneath the ribs. So if you take your hands, make your hands nice and sparkly, and you're going to take all 4 fingers in the front of your ribs and your thumbs behind you, like you're cupping your thumb behind you, and then lift it up to about sort of bra wire level and wrap your fingers around. And we're going to create some resistance with your hands here. So if we try and use these ribs and that will make sure that you start to use the diaphragm, which is the top of your core. All right. So as you inhale and exhale, try and use your ribs, and you'll probably feel them moving underneath your hands there, like you're playing an accordion. And notice how your ribs don't just expand into your fingers at the front, it'll also expand into your thumbs and into the webbing of your hands there. So you expand on all sides. So think about that. Think like you're a big balloon expanding on all sides, not just at the front. So really try and exaggerate the breath into your thumbs. Okay, so everybody take a big breath in, feel it expand. And as you exhale, squeeze the air out, and now put some pressure on your hands and actually squeeze your way in, and then maintain the pressure in your hands as you inhale and breathe against your hands a bit. This will engage your diaphragm a bit more as you resist out against the hands. And then exhale. Again, your hands will help squeeze you in. Keep squeezed in as you inhale. And we're working the diaphragm that little bit harder. Exhale, creating some resistance against. Inhale. And exhale. Now, there are lots of muscles involved in your breathing, but this is the big guy. This is the big gun. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do this a couple more times. Really imagining that diaphragm expanding. It's a bit like a jellyfish. It pops up and down and contracting. And then release your hands down and see if you can keep that breath going, that lovely full breath. And imagine where your thumbs were, and can you try and think about breathing into the back body there as well? And try and keep that going as we move through the other parts of our core. All right, bow in, good morning. So that's a full diaphragmatic breath. Okay, come on to all 4s now. As usual, I want you to spread your hands to really improve the surface area that you're working with so you don't get any pain in your wrists. Walk your knees back underneath your hips. All right, and just for a moment, with your breath there, take some cat-cows. Okay, so as you inhale, tilt your tailbone up, soften the tummy down and look up. That's an expansion of your ribs. And as you exhale, tuck the tail and squeeze the ribs in and around as you tuck your chin. Do that. Inhale and exhale. And then find a halfway house where your spine is in neutral. Okay, slide your left leg back so the toes are just tickling the mat. Slide your right fingertips forward so your fingertips just tickle the mat. And you could potentially stay here or try lifting your left leg, but no higher than your hip. Keep a corset on around your waist. And then maybe some of you could also lift your right arm level. Again, no higher than your shoulder. Take a lovely inhale, look up, get long. And as you exhale, bring your right elbow in to touch your left knee. And if your hands are on the floor, just drag them in. Inhale, get lovely and long again. And exhale, curl it in. So this helps get into some of the side obliques. Inhale, and the front abs. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to all fours. And we're going to do the other side. Okay, so slide your right leg out just so that you're on your toes. Left fingertips forward, and you can make a decision to stay here if you want, okay? Or try lifting your left leg level with your hip. Sorry, right leg. Your left arm level with your shoulder. Take a lovely inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, get long. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then come back to all fours. So we're going to take it up a gear here. All right, so either you could do that again, or I'll show you, you're going to tuck the toes, and then you'll lift your left leg back. And on the exhale breath, you shift your shoulders into plank and bring this knee across to your right elbow. If this looks too much, just do what we did before, okay? So try, come to downward dog, try one, and if it's too much, you can come down to your knees. Downward dog, everyone, okay? And then float your left leg up. Again, don't go too crazy with this leg, just about as high as your hip. That's an inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee in and touch your right elbow and shift your shoulders so you're more of a plank shape. We're going to do 4. Inhale, lengthen it up and back. Exhale, knee to elbow, opposite elbow. Inhale, lengthen it up and back. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. One more, inhale. Remember, you could always come to your knees for the last couple. Exhale, inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, downward dog, walk it through. If you need to take a little breath in on your knees, do. And then come back. We're going to do it again, other side. Inhale, float your right leg up. And as you exhale, float forward to plank and bring that right knee across to your left elbow. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one, you've got this. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. And then stretch it back. Last time, down you come to downward dog. Awesome work, everybody. And then come down to your knees and come down to your tummy. All right, low back, spinal work now. Very, very important part of your core. All right, so point your toes and make sure your feet are only inner hip width apart. So many of us are going to need to scoot our feet closer together. All right, and then come up onto your fingertips. See how mine are just by my shoulders here, and I'm going to walk them back so they're more level with those low ribs and waistline. Take a breath in, draw your shoulders back, and then all I want you to do is float your hands an inch off the mat. Nothing too big or crazy, so try not to do this with holding your breath. So as you breathe, can you feel your ribs expand into the mat? Just a little lift. Give yourself a little smile so you don't feel tense in the back of the neck. Lift it up a tiny bit higher and then place your hands down and let your forehead rest down. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, breathe into your side body, head of the arm bones lift away from the mat. Lift your forehead and lift your hands an inch. Now some of you might like to reach your hands back behind you like an aeroplane. Your toes are still down though, okay? And we're just going to stay here. No big fancy pulses or moves, but you'll feel that lower back and all those little muscles up your spine engaged. Take one more breath. If your hands are reached back, bring them forward. Release your hands, release your forehead. One more for luck, okay? Inhale, side body long, head of the arm bones back. Forehead lifts, hands lift, the sides of your mouth lift. It's Wednesday, you're stronger than you think you are. Stretch your hands back if you want to try for aeroplane. Smile, one more breath. And if your hands are back, bring them under your chest, release them, release your forehead. Let's push back to a child's pose. Nice, everyone. Okay, and at this point here, I want you to think about this now is the base of your core, your pelvic floor muscles. So it's a diaphragm of muscles, but now this is down in your pelvis. So relax the muscles between your legs. They join the front of your pubic bone to your tailbone and your two sit bones. They weave across. So relax them. And then imagine that it's all drawing up on a drawstring. Inhale, draw it all up, in and up, like you could suck everything up behind the back of your tummy button. And then exhale, release. Inhale, draw in and up. Exhale, release. Inhale, hold it up. Now hold it up here, right at the top for 3, 2, 1. And ever so gently release it down. We'll do one more like that. Inhale, draw everything in and up. 3, 2, 1. And ever so slowly, with as much control as you drew up, release it down. Really important exercise to do. Well done. Come up onto all fours. And now you're going to lie down on your side. All right. So if you look at my hand, I'm going to slide and I'm going to rest my head here. Anybody with sore shoulders, you could potentially put a pillow here as well. Don't nod off to sleep though, please. And now this top hand, bring it into a little spider and just have it in front of the boobage there, just as a little prop. And then bring your feet together, and you probably might be able to see that I've got my feet just angled forwards about 10 degrees forward. So as I tuck my chin, I can see my toes. All right, so use this front hand to push into the floor. You can use your top hand to push down into the floor, and then see if you can lift your toes up off the mat together. And if you don't get to lift them up, just the engagement and the trying, you'll be working your side obliques. So lift it up. I call these mermaids. And then exhale, lower them down, your feet down. You might want to try lifting your arm up and then lifting your feet up. That will be harder, obviously. And then lower, lift into the side waist. Having your fingertips down is absolutely fine. And lower, lift. And lower, one more, hold it up there, squeeze it. You might feel a little bit of a working at the top of the hip there. That's your side oblique. Lovely, hold it, smile, little mermaids, and then release that down. Awesome, everyone. These can get really quite neglected. This means you can have an extra mince pie today. All right, flip over onto the other side. Remembering if you have shoulder injury, you can bend this arm, but that actually tends to help you out a little bit. I really want you to try and use these side obliques. So top arm lifts and have it on cupcake hand in front. Tuck your chin and bring your feet forward a little bit so you can actually just see them. Keep them straight and then lift your feet off the mat. And again, just the idea of lifting, lovely Sarah, is okay. Maybe some of you can lift an arm as well. And lower, lift, and lower. It's probably wobbly. Lift and lower. It's not meant to be easy. Lift and lower. Lovely, lift it up. Last time, hold it here, breathe and smile. You could give yourself a tickle in that side hip. Give it a poke. Can you feel it working? Lovely, lovely. And then exhale, lower your legs down. Awesome work, everybody. Come on up to a seat. If you've got a bony bum, put your bottom on a cushion. I don't, I have plenty of padding. Bring your hands underneath your thighs. Last one for the front abs. So hold your hands underneath your hamstrings here. Lean back so you just, you don't want to be shaking. You just want to feel your tummy engage. Bus stop 1 is here. Bus stop 2, lift your toes. Bus stop 3, lift your feet just an inch. Bus stop 4, lift them level with your knees. Are you still smiling? Can you still breathe? Mandy's smiling, yeah. Maybe release your hands as well. That's because see Mandy's toes in the camera waving at me. Okay. And then maybe some of you might want to go crazy this morning and extend the legs. Look at the camera and give me a wave. Navasana, boat pose. Can you feel that? Now you might have a little tremble on, but breathe as well for 3, 2, 1 more. Fabulous. Bring your hands under your knees. Bend the legs if they were straightened. Cross your legs, one shin over the other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And then lean back. Switch your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and bow. And then inhale, come on up. Well done. Take a couple of circles with your shoulders. Awesome work, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Namaste. I hope I've sparkled up your core. Homework today is to drag. I was doing this because Charlie's had his girlfriend here and we pulled out some embarrassing baby photos. So go and pull out some old photos of you when you're a kid and have a bit of a giggle and walk down memory lane. Okay. And if you're brave enough, you could take a picture of them and share it on Tejas AC because some of the outfits your mother dressed you in.